Hello there. We came for a little walk down our street. At the end of our street we've got this little hill that we can climb, which is absolutely lovely, and it's easy exercise for the kids. So they slide on the rocks. Where are all of them now? Oh, there's some of them. And then I sometimes sit and read them a story here in the shade. It's quite an uphill walk. It's probably about 1 kilometer or 2, in between 1 kilo and 2, but really lovely exercise. I've been wanting to give a little short update on my fasting focused lifestyle. I actually want to start steering completely away from labels like OMAD or snake diet or anything, as I'm doing quite a variation of it all, but mainly the focus is on fasting, and the only variant is the length and maybe the intensity. But for me, the answer to weight loss and health remains fasting. I do believe I pick up some amazing information and tips from all the various ways and diets that implement fasting. Like the snake juice is something I will be continue doing, especially when you go into a slightly more prolonged fast, longer than 2 or 3 days or so. When you're still on OMAD, you get more than enough sodium and potassium and magnesium in through your foods, especially the way I eat, mainly raw vegan. But when I do the more prolonged fast, longer than 3 days or so, then I struggle to do only raw. My tummy struggles to digest all of the raw food, so then I do have a lot more cooked food, which is awesome. So when I eat more regularly, it's very doable for me to do the raw, but as soon as it gets a bit longer, then I move to cooked foods, always vegan. And then what I also do enjoy is doing some hard dry fasts in between. That's why I've got such messy hair again today. I am into my 2nd day of hard dry fast. Luckily you can't smell my breath because during the dry fast I also don't brush teeth, wash hair, or even touch water as much as possible. And the reason I did a dry fast now is because I had quite a shitty weekend of binge eating. That is something I never had a binge eating episode during OMAD, because I think the food comes regularly, so it's very sustainable and your body doesn't have such a shock reaction after a couple of fasts. So on the snake diet, I've been doing like a 5-day fast and then refeeding for 2 or so days, and then a 3-day, and then a 2-day dry fast, and then sometimes I'd be eating like OMAD, but with very restricted calories for a couple of days until I feel stronger again, and then back into either dry. So I've been just doing random fasts of different lengths of days, and the dry fast just in between as I feel strong enough to do it. The reason I am not just sticking to OMAD, which is something I would recommend as the most sustainable, easy eating way of fasting, the reason I'm not doing that is because I am sort of on a mission to lose the last bit of weight. And I must say, the prolonged fasts combined with the hard dry fasts and thrown in some light cardio during the dry fasts is the holy grail to weight loss. I am losing weight so beautifully. I am about 8 kilos I don't know what that in pounds are, from my goal weight. I lost about 10 kilos, I guess about 10 kilos in my 9 weeks of OMAD, and in the last 4 weeks of snake diet I've lost 5 kilos. So, and that was with some binge eating episodes in between, which does bring quite a setback. I think I've conquered that now. I think it was normal for me just to figure out how I was going to deal with more prolonged fasts. I do now realize that for me the answer is to, when I'm doing prolonged fasts and I start to struggle, is not to fall into splurging or binge eating, but to just move back to OMAD quickly and do some OMAD days, even if it's for a week, until you feel replenished and satisfied and strong emotionally and physically again. But those days I will be doing the restricted calories, and that also, look, that's for the mission of losing weight. So as soon as I've reached my goal, I'll start upping my calorie intake until I find a balance. But for now, I'm doing more or less 500 calories per meal, and I will not do more than 1 meal a day. In general, I don't. It was just over the weekend when I had 3 days of quite a splurge. I paid such a heavy price for that. After long periods of not eating, overeating causes havoc in your intestines. I doubt I'll do it again regardless. It's just too painful, and I didn't sleep well. I had inflammation in my joints. I had a bit of thrush, I think from the sugar that I haven't had in months. What else? I just felt so crappy, so lethargic, 10 times worse than being in a 5-day fast. At the end of that 5-day fast, the overeating feels so much worse than being in a fasted state. So anyway, that's my journey, my battles. I don't assume most people have binging issues. It's just something I've got to battle. I've also gotten my hands on some amazing information, Brain Over Binge. It's a lady that wrote a book, but I've just been listening to all the free resources, interviews with her, and some of the stuff that I could find to read. Very, very basic information. It boils down to, you've got 2 parts in your brain, the primal part, the reptilian part, and your evolved human brain. The animal little part wants you to survive, wants you to be safe, and wants you to eat for survival. And that part has a voice, and it has these random demands and things that it will ask you to do. Just eat this, you can start your fast tomorrow, do that, eat. It basically tells you to eat, you can start a new fast tomorrow. And in her book she explains how you deal with this voice, how you recognize it for what it is, and how you put it in its place, and you let it just have its little fit over there. You acknowledge it, but you do realize it's not your intellectual brain, the part that operates with IQ. That is your dumb part. It doesn't have IQ, it just has this carnal, animal part of just telling you to eat for survival. It doesn't realize there's more than enough food. We're living in abundance. Food is not a scarcity. You are just on a mission. This is your life. You're taking control of your eating habits. Everything's under control. It doesn't realize any of these things. So you just address it by saying, no, I am not going to be eating that bagel. It's not my food. I am going to be breaking my fast in 2 days, and then I will be eating this and this and that. And that's how you just deal with this. And I must say, it's been a game changer for me. Oh, but the light here is bad. it's been such a game changer for me, just realizing that part of the brain is not you. It's not you. It's not the part of you that is on a mission to lose weight and to regain control over your eating habits and your life. It's just a part of your brain that's there for your survival, and it operates on instinct, and you don't have to listen to it. You really don't have to. So that's also been amazing for me. I'm feeling amazing. I'm getting control over all the weird eating habits. It's still a journey. I'm still learning loads, but I'm losing weight beautifully. Even my husband this morning noted that he's so amazed that my legs have gotten so much skinnier, and my kids hug me and say, wow, they can, what did you say, Lily?
We can wrap your arms around you.
Yeah, she can wrap her arms around me now, which is awesome. My kids can hug me properly. Is it nice?
Yeah, it's better.
It's better to be able to put your arms right around your mom and give her a proper hug. So life is good. I'm feeling amazing. Sorry, the contrast here on top of this little mountain is insane. Very bright light, and I'm standing in shade, and I have got to watch where I'm stepping because it is very rocky. I'm feeling a little bit lightheadedness from the dry fast, and I still have to save some energy to get back home, and then we are off to play with friends for the day. But all in all, I'm loving my fasting focused lifestyle. It is a journey. I am still learning. I'm getting closer and closer to my goal, and yeah, it's all good. The more prolonged fasting is obviously a lot harder, and OMAD is easy, so I would recommend OMAD to anybody. But if you're strong and you feel your head is in the right place, doing some prolonged fasts, throw in some dry fasts, wow, the results is instant. But don't overeat when you do. Keep the calories low. When you do have a refeed, I will be sharing all my 500 calorie meals. I'm also putting that on the Facebook with a layout of the calories, and at this stage, that's what I'm doing. That's my focus. Fasting as long as I can, refeeding as few times as I can, and keeping the calories under 500. And that's it. Have an awesome day. Bye.